Hi, my name is Anand K. I am the Chief Executive Officer of SRL Diagnostics. The pandemic has affected almost all the industries, and healthcare is not going to be left out of this. But the challenges posed by the pandemic has been more so for healthcare, because when all other people can afford to work from home, the healthcare workers need to be there on the ground in the front. So the frontline work nature of healthcare has been put to test during this pandemic. So what we also see is that these challenges also offer us a lot of opportunities. So what we see here is that we need to have trained manpower, we need to have the right equipment, we need to have the right healthcare infrastructure. So these are going to be very critical if we have to handle such kind of pandemics of future. Diagnostics, as we all know, has been moving at a very different pace prior to the pandemic. So what we see during the pandemic is that we started, for example, a lab like SRL, we started with about 2 RT-PCR labs to begin with in March 2020 when the first wave was there. But from that time, today we have about 20 RT-PCR labs across the country, and we are planning to add 5 more in the next 1 month. So this shows that the diagnostic industry as such has responded and added more facilities to the infrastructure, thereby helping in managing the pandemic. But we also have to note that this pandemic has put up challenges in terms of how the consumer looks at it. So the consumers, since they are not able to come physically to the various collection centers and facilities of diagnostics, they have chosen to look at digital options. So they look for home collections, they look for apps and web-based applications that they can use to book home visits, to view their reports, to book any appointments. So these changes are also very critical, and the digital transformation has been fast tracked because of this pandemic. Because of the pandemic, we had started a lot of new initiatives, especially in terms of handling COVID-19 samples. So what we found was that the patients were not able to travel to different places because of the lockdown during the first wave of the pandemic. And then later as well, there was a fear of transmission of COVID, and people wanted to get tested not only from their homes but in their confined environments rather than coming out and getting themselves exposed. With this in mind, what we did was, we had ramped up our home collection facilities, and we started off with adding more phlebotomists who can go and do these tests at home. We also created drive-through centers at many of the cities where people can drive in with their cars, and then from the car itself they can give the sample and leave, thereby having minimal exposure to the environment. So these initiatives were taken mainly to help the COVID-19 patients in giving the samples. But we also found that collecting the reports, booking an appointment and accessing the reports and booking appointments for coming to the lab was also a very critical aspect, and people wanted to do it digitally. We actually improved our website and our digital access platforms like apps, where people could come and book their tests as well as check out their reports and book appointments for home visits. These initiatives, coupled with the back-end integration of various facilities that we have in terms of how we transform digitally the back end of the lab. We have also started using artificial intelligence and machine learning networks to understand better the pathology and use these applications for digital pathology. So what we have done is, in 2019 we had done a tie-up with Microsoft to work on artificial intelligence to develop algorithms for cervical cancer detection through the liquid-based cytology model. So that we have further extended, and this year we are working with Microsoft on breast cancer to develop AI-based algorithms. So these initiatives, along with the total lab automation and the digital pathology setups that we have and the digital pathology network that we have developed in Bangalore, Goregaon and Gurgaon, this helps us to have a better focus on how we actually use the manpower across different locations, because getting specialized skilled pathologists across all locations is difficult, and having this kind of a network helps us to use the capabilities across the board. So we also looked at how we can innovate in terms of how the patient gets the reports, and we have collaborated with National Digital Health Mission in terms of setting up the digital health cards and being a national health information provider. We have registered with NDHM as a national health information provider, and this helps us to be part of the core process of digital health platforms that will come up in India. We are also working with the NDHM on customizing the whole process of test menu, where we are saying that we follow not individual codes by different laboratories, but follow things like Loing codes, which are of international standards, which helps in harmonizing and standardizing the test menu of different labs, and actually that helps going forward in developing our overall digital health platforms. SRL Diagnostics is the second largest diagnostic company in India in terms of revenue, but we are the number one in terms of network. We have more than 420 plus laboratories across the country, catering to over 600 plus cities. Customer experience and scientific leadership are the two key areas of our growth strategy. So when you talk about customer experience and how it drives our growth strategy, we talk about how we are actually going to improve access and reach for the customer. So in this, what we have seen over the many years is setting up physical infrastructure. So we have added more than 2,500 plus collection centers or customer touch points across the country through which customers can access us. But what we also see today is that it's not just about having physical touch points. Digital touch points are also very critical for customers in the post-pandemic era. So in this, we have also added a lot of digital access facilities for our customers in the form of mobile applications and improved web access. The second part of our growth strategy is scientific leadership. When we talk about scientific leadership, the important aspect is the next generation diagnostics. What we feel today is that the diagnostics is going through a transformation where it will change from what it is today as a transactional relationship with the patient to an integrative approach. So we talk about cost per test today, but what we feel is in the future it will be cost per outcome. So what we contribute to the society and to the healthcare community will be more in terms of how we contribute to the outcome rather than what we actually give them in bits and pieces. So that is going to be a very critical aspect, and we feel personalized medicine, which has now taken up a large portion of our medical industry and which will be the future, will also drive diagnostics. And when we talk about precision diagnostics, which is critical for personalized medicine, we also know that the aspects of precision diagnostics like genomics, proteomics, metabolomics, digital pathology, and molecular biology are going to be the key factors that will influence growth for the future. So we are investing heavily on these technologies, and this will be one of the key aspects of our growth going forward.